Hello, hello. This is First Alert Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Russ Thomas. I am here with today's Laney's Weather Kid. Very excited. I want to make sure I turn my mic on. There we go. I did. Sometimes I don't do that, and then people aren't hearing me. Anyway, yeah, we have our Laney's Weather Kid today. It is Karys. Karys, how are you?
I'm doing good today,
Good.
Ross.
You said you're nervous, but you seem completely fine. Like you totally answered that question. I was like, how are you? And you said fine right away. You're doing well. Karys, again, Laney's Weather Kid. So you're going to be on today, Valley News Live with me at 5 o'clock. We're going to be doing the weather. We're going to be kind of getting to know you. But as I always like to do beforehand, we jump on here on our Facebook, our socials, and we get to know Karys a little bit better. And so, first of all, we want to know, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Horizon West Middle School in Moorhead, Minnesota.
Okay, and you're in what grade?
6th grade.
So I'm already disappointed because I just now remembered something, and I wish that I had it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look off screen, and I'm going to ask Coley, do you remember how to get to the studio? Okay, do you remember that bag? Okay, so would you guys mind going that, because I want to show everyone. So I got a little gift today, and I meant to bring it in here. Okay, so anyway, we'll see if they can find their way back here, by the way. Okay, so tell me a little bit about yourself. One of the things that I was excited to hear is something that and you kind of we'll talk about some of your different interests, but one thing you mentioned right away is you like dance, right?
Oh, yes. I love to dance so much. It's my favorite, and it's been a part of my life for so long.
Okay, I was going to ask you, how long have you been doing it?
I have been dancing since I was 3.
Wow, okay, and you're 12, so 9
Yes.
years of dancing. What kind of dance do you do?
I mainly like to dance ballet because I feel like it's very structured and technical.
Yeah.
But sometimes I will do lyrical.
Lyric, okay. Explain to me, describe. I think I know what lyrical is, but I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure. What is lyrical dancing?
Lyrical is more relaxed and kind of more go with the flow vibes.
Okay.
So.
But you like the structure better?
Yes, I do.
Okay. But you mention, how long have you been doing ballet dancing?
Since I was 3.
Since you were 3. Okay,
Yes.
so you started both of them kind of roughly at the same time?
No, not really.
No, okay.
This is my first year of doing lyrical.
I'll get this right eventually. I promise I did pay attention when we were talking earlier. Tell me this. So you were in, the first time you did this, it was just recently, you were in the VNN production of Nutcracker, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that experience.
I loved doing it. I loved dancing in it, but the hardest part was probably the audition, because I've never been to an audition before. So for like a dance performance or something like that. So that was something new to me.
Okay.
So, but I loved doing the Nutcracker. I loved every part of it. I loved being with my friends and just dancing and having a fun time with all.
I mentioned this, and I won't go into the long story like I told you, because no one really wants to hear any long stories from me, but I can so relate to this and understand this, because when I was in Missoula, Montana for 12 years, I did the Nutcracker. I was in the party scene, and you were in the party scene, right?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so tell me about, did we find it? We didn't find it. They were, oh, it's okay. All right. Well, okay. I'm sad because you made me something, and it's okay. I completely understand. She made me a cloud. You crocheted a cloud for me. Yeah. I shouldn't be giving your sister and your mom a hard time. They're great.
Yeah.
And I wanted them to literally break into into the newscast and just do it, because I think what you made is more important than whatever they're doing out there. No, but anyway, so yeah, so you had that opportunity, and it's so much fun, isn't it? Just we're getting back to the Nutcracker. It's just such a, like you said, just a great experience, and I found it to be the same. And but I think that, so for the first year being in the party scene, is that kind of what you wanted or what you thought, or did it really matter to you?
I really wanted to be in the party scene with that production, because I had done the Nutcracker before at a different studio, and I loved the party scene so much, so I was really hoping to be in that part.
Yeah. So you got to perform a little bit of your ballet. I was just telling you, when I did it, we did some ballroom dancing. I did not do any ballet, which is very important, because I would have broken a lot of things. In other words, a lot of the stage stuff and my leg. So it's a good thing. But no, I think that is so awesome. I'm so glad that you did that. I always find it so neat when people who have been involved with that. But it's more than just dance. You do a lot of, including crocheting, by the way. Talk to me about that. When did you get into that?
I started crocheting towards the middle of 4th grade, I believe. Yes.
And you're in 6th now. You've gotten pretty good at it pretty quick. What made you want to do that?
I kind of just saw a lot of videos of people doing it, and one time I went to the store and they had learn to crochet kits, and I thought that I could do it, so I decided to try.
You must have a lot of built-in patience, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not all perfect.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't expect you to be perfect, especially only doing it for maybe 2 years now. But I think that's just really, I've certainly never crocheted. I've seen people do it. It was actually something that my grandmother did for a long time. And as I watched, I remember thinking when I was young, I was like, that has got to, I just felt like there's so much patience because it's so kind of, unique's not the word I'm looking for, but there's a lot of little nuance to it to get it right. So I'm very impressed with that. But you also mentioned it's not just that. You kind of tackled that, decided you want to do it, but you're kind of a do-it-yourself type person, right?
Oh yes, I love to DIY, do it yourself. If I see something that I like, I probably will try to do it.
Nice. That is so not me. I love people who are like that. I'm afraid to try a lot of things. No, but I think that's really great. I really do like that. Okay, so school. I know where you go to school. We talked about that. What are some of the subjects? What are the things that you like doing?
I really like math, and I really like to write and do essays, because I feel like writing is, for me, it comes naturally, and I feel like I can just spew out a bunch of words, and then I'll edit it and fix it, of course, but I think it's just something so like nice about that.
Yeah, just if you spew out a lot of words, you should be a meteorologist on TV. No, I'm impressed by that as well. Is that something, what do you like to just talk about? Okay, writing essays. Is there anything in particular or things that you like specifically to write about?
Not really. I kind of got into essays by just like schoolwork and mostly, but I don't have a main thing that I love to write about. I kind of just like to write about everything. I feel like there's not just one specific thing that's just there for me.
Right. Do you do a lot of reading?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, do you have certain kind of maybe books? I'm just curious about this because I think it's so cool that you do that, and I always think that's such a literary type thing, and and then you're getting into, so what kind of books do you like?
I like to read like novels in verse, where it's like the words on the page will like form into something, or they'll be scattered around the page, or like one page it'll be like structured, and the next page it'll be like the words will form like an ice cream cone or something.
Interesting. Okay, I like that. Okay, so we got the literature, and the other thing you said you like, which it's awesome because a lot of people don't. I loved it too. That was my favorite subject in school, was math.
Yes.
Yeah. What 6th grade are you? What kind of math are you doing in 6th grade?
Well, at this time we are learning about like percents and decimals and fractions and how to convert them, and I really, really love the percentages and how you set it up, and something about it, I don't know, I just really like it because there's a lot of steps to it, but it's not too many so that you're overwhelmed. Right, for sure. No, I think you're right about that. I don't know what it was, but for me, I was always kind of a big fan of, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep talking to you. I'm going to push a button here because I want to make sure that when the time comes that we have this. Okay. So you like math. Yes. Good, you got that. What about science? I like science. I like to do like physical science experiments more than I do like kind of observing things, but I like to like be the one to make the things that people can observe. That's
really cool. I love that. You're great. I'm not kidding.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, so much of what I do and what I did, going through school and of course, Florida State, getting a meteorology degree is a lot of the physics, but there's a lot of math. A lot of people don't know how much math. Like a meteorology major comes with a math minor. So in theory, I'm good at math. The thing is, that was a long time ago. I don't know if I sat down and tried to do some complicated problem, I can necessarily do it right now. But at one point, I guess I could. So what do you think about weather? Like, you're here. Are you excited to be here?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. What made you decide that you wanted to come and do this?
I don't know. I saw one of the ads and I really decided that maybe I'll give that a try because I feel like I'm kind of an optimistic person with that. And I really like to watch the weather on the news and see what temperatures it is in my area, what temperatures it is in the other areas, what's the highest high, what's the lowest low, what's the highest low, and all sorts of that, and seeing like if there's freezing rain, if there's snow, if there's rain, and where that is in our area.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's so much of obviously what we do. You see a lot of that when you're watching. Did I turn this off? I have this bad habit of playing with this button. Yeah, so a lot of what you see obviously is a lot of what we do. I mean, it's just kind of an all-encompassing thing. I think that's really awesome that you like that as well. I just think you're so neat. I really do. I can't tell you enough how cool I think you are. One more thing, and I want to mention, I'm going to ask you a couple more things here, but again, you can catch Karys and I tonight, 5 o'clock, Valley News Live. Definitely want to watch that. We practiced earlier. She's amazing. Like, immediately she knew exactly where to point, what to say, what to do. You were great about, like, you have no issues, like, talking about things, putting yourself out there. I thought that was really cool, too. So you're going to do a great job. You guys need to watch this. Now, my selfish answer, because you are so smart and because you mentioned math, is I was like, when I asked you what you wanted to do when you grew up, I was thinking, meteorologist. But that's not what you said, and that's okay. What do you want to do?
I really want to be in the medical field, but more specifically, I would like to be an anesthesiologist.
Okay, why that?
Well, I always knew I wanted to be in the medical field. I don't know why. It was kind of just like a calling to me about like helping people and help them feel better and to like give back towards the community. But I really like the anesthesiology part because it's kind of like setting people up for their surgery, so hopefully I can help them feel better about their surgery and like less nervous towards what they're about to do.
That's great. I was a couple times, I've had a couple knee surgeries, and anesthesia, one was when I was many years ago when I was young, and then the other one was probably about 12 years ago. And I was so afraid of the anesthesiology part, and I can't even say the word, I was so afraid. But and I was not, when I say afraid, like what I mean is nervous, and I had someone like you're talking about who was very like calm about it, who's like, you're good, you're getting, and the next thing I knew, I felt like it was 2 minutes later and I was out of surgery. So I think you're going to be great at that. You can talk, you're going to be calming for people. So I really think you have chosen the perfect thing, even though, maybe as a backup, maybe you could like, go ahead and be a meteorologist as well. Just get that degree. That way, I mean, it's got to be 2 easy degrees: anesthesiology and then meteorology. And then you can kind of as a backup plan. So in other words, like, well, what I'm asking is, when I get sick, you can just jump right in for me. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think I might have some more convincing to do with that. Okay, so one more time and ask you to do one more thing in a second. Again, I just want to remind people who are watching, if you're just joining, you're going to get to meet and see Karys. She's awesome. You're going to see her live, 5 o'clock this evening, doing the weather with me. So we're going to do a little practice here. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to pull up our graphic full screen. The first thing, I get to play with buttons while you remember how I told you there are 2 mice or mouses here, and how I always use the wrong one for the wrong computer here. I just did that again. So what we're going to do, let's see. Okay, did I do this right? Did I do this right? In theory, no, it's just black. Hold on. Oh, there we go. It just took a minute.
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. So what we have behind is the school forecast. So I'm going to pop this up full screen, which it now is. So tell me, what's it going to be like tomorrow for students as they're heading to school and then heading home?
Mm-hmm. It'll be 23 degrees Fahrenheit when you're going to school and 29 degrees Fahrenheit when you're heading home.
Okay.
It will not be very windy, maybe a slight wind, but not much.
And what about tomorrow? Kind of, you look at the sun there, but it's got a little something on top of it. What are we looking at, maybe conditions tomorrow?
It'll be a little foggy tomorrow in the morning heading to school, and partially cloudy when you are heading home. Yeah,
pretty good. It's not going to be as warm today. By the way, one thing, if you didn't see this, I did an OTT or hit earlier. You can look, but if you didn't, it is, or at least it was this afternoon, 50 degrees in Sisseton today. January 7th, 50 degrees. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a temperature that you would on average in Sisseton see maybe in late March, early April on average, and they're getting it today. It's not going to last long in Sisseton, I can tell you that. Anyway, Karys, thank you so much. And again, join us, Valley News Live, 5 o'clock, and we'll do some weather for you. And I'm going to make Karys do a little forecasting, and I know she's going to do great. So tell everyone bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait, I've got to see you. Tell everyone bye again.
Bye.
I forgot about that part. See you later.